Hey, what's going on, guys? How we doing? So for you guys that have been watching the Major League playoffs, you know that Daniel Murphy's hit like a billion home runs over the last few games. This is some footage right after the game where the Mets beat the Cubs 5-2. It's Alex Cora kind of talking about Daniel Murphy and his daily routine that he goes through before the game. So I wanted to play it for you quick, and then we'll talk about some of the points he makes.
Great adjustments. He studies the game. I play with this guy. He's a guy that gets to the ballpark at 1 o'clock, gets to the video room, starts looking at tendency. Then he goes to the cages, starts swinging, doing his T work, his soft toss, BP. I mean, he's a baseball rat. And
All right, so I wanted to hit on just a couple of things. The first thing is when it comes to major league players, I think a lot of people think that they're so talented that at a 7 o'clock game, they show up at 6 o'clock, they can just roll out of bed and perform at the highest level. And that's really not what happens for almost every player in the major leagues. In my experience, watching some of the best players go about their business, getting to the ballpark at 1 o'clock for a 7 o'clock game is not uncommon. Most guys are going to get there and they're going to go through a similar routine as Daniel Murphy, where they're going to go over some video and look for tendencies. They're going to get into the cage and they're going to go through certain drills that they do day in and day out off the tee, soft toss, front toss, and they're going to work their way into BP. And it's a way to get locked in, to get your swing locked in so that you feel when you get out there at game time, you're in the best possible spot and you feel good about yourself to have 4 or 5 quality at bats. So it's really important to know, what major league players are doing and what it takes at that level to be successful. And if you're at the college level or even the high school level or even lower, you don't have to have a routine where you get to the ballpark 6 hours before the game, obviously. But you should have some type of hitting routine or pitching routine, whatever it is, whatever position you play, whatever you do, you should have a routine that you do to get you locked in for that game. And we've talked about doing a little a lot versus doing a lot a little. You don't want to just go out on a Monday and put in a whole lot of work and then kind of coast for the next 6 days of the week. It's much better to do a little bit, a lot, to where you're going through a routine consistently, and it doesn't have to be every single day, but it could be every other day to get you locked in. And it's important to find a routine that works for you, have a couple of drills to get you ready for that game that night. So just kind of a cool look in. And another talk on hitting routines, which I think is really, really important for you guys. So let me know if you have any questions, comment in the section below, share the video, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff, and we will talk to you later.